Hi, my name is George Zirkle. Alexa Farhan, Ann Park Sullivan, and I partnered together to find a way to create a campus that consumes less meat.
Meat consumption in the United States is at a staggering rate. The effects on the environment are drastic. This semester, we set out on a journey to inform Susquehanna University about these effects. This video will take you through why and how we did this and the results of our project. Enjoy.
Our motivation for this project came after we all watched the documentary Cowspiracy. Here's a short clip from the film outlining the issues.
So my calculations are that without using any gas or oil or fuel ever again from this day forward, that we would still exceed our maximum carbon equivalent greenhouse gas emissions, the 565 gigatons, by the year 2030, without the electricity sector even, or energy sector even factored in the equation, all simply by raising and eating livestock.
If you reduce the amount of methane emissions, the level in the atmosphere goes down fairly quickly and within decades, as opposed to CO2. If you reduce the emissions to the atmosphere, you don't really see a signal in the atmosphere for 100 years or so.
Single largest contributor to every known environmental ill known to humankind. Deforestation, land use, water scarcity, the destabilization of communities, world hunger. The list doesn't stop. It's an environmental disaster that's being ignored by the very people who should be championing.
On February 16th, we conducted an interview with Aramark employees Jim Faulkner and Dave Penny. They told us about their experiences when serving vegetarian options and how we could be successful with our project. Jim shared one past experience where he received backlash from athletes.
We had a student group come, similar to you guys, come to us and say, we want to do Meatless Monday. So we said, okay, cool. What we did is just do Meatless Monday on like what we consider the home line in the back, but still have burgers and stuff like that. And all the athletes were so upset about that because they want their meat protein to be able to sustain their diets. So it was funny how we made a handful of students really happy, but we made a handful of students really angry when we did that.
We figured the best way to market to athletes would be to serve protein-rich vegetarian options. On top of this, we provided the nutrition facts at our tasting.
Dave provided his perspective on the best way to generate change.
It's the one thing I've learned, especially on this campus with a lot of things, and with the sustainability committee we do it, and a good example for you guys, we see it when we do the Weigh the Waste and Earth Day. Anything that is generated in our world will turn students into a no. Anything generated from your side of the world has a potential turning students into a yes.
After the meeting, Jim and Dave got back to us and informed us that Everett Dining Hall goes through 3,000 pounds of meat in just 1 week. Over the course of the school year, that equates to almost 100,000 pounds of meat in just one eatery on campus.
Our job was to motivate people to change the way they eat to help save the environment. People are often resistant to change, especially when it comes to their diet. But our goal was to get as many people as possible to eat less meat. We had to find a way to motivate people to not only agree with our idea, but support it and adopt it as part of their day-to-day lives. It is difficult to argue with the facts that eating meat is crushing the environment, but it is even harder to get people to believe that they can make a difference as an individual. So our idea had to be simple enough for people to follow, but meaningful enough to make a difference. For this, we created a pledge: 1 meal without meat per day for 2 weeks. Each person we could get to sign up had the proper motivation and a direct and clear goal to execute this plan. Our hope was that after the 2 weeks, people would adopt this dietary change into their everyday lives.
We set up a taste test with Airmark for March 21st. Airmark provided us with falafels and the materials to make sandwiches. They had a nice setup for us with a tablecloth and all the tasting materials. We were set up in the middle of Everett Dining Hall, which helped us to advertise our project. We also had advertising materials with us with facts.
We divided our fact sheet into four main categories: animals, greenhouse gases, water, and waste. One fact would be dedicated to each category. First, we let students know that more than 6 million animals are killed for food every hour. Many students were shocked about the travesties that occur daily for innocent animals. Second, we let our peers know that animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of greenhouse gas emissions, more than the combined exhaust from all transportation. This quantified the toll meat takes on the atmosphere. Third, we cited that 2,500 gallons of water are needed to produce 1 pound of beef. With fresh water being such a scarce resource, this astounded people. Fourth, in the US, livestock produce 116 pounds of waste per second. That's gross. Overall, we felt that these facts would emotionally affect our peers and would serve as motivation to join our cause. After someone signed our pledge, we rewarded them with a business card. They could keep this card in their wallet or purse to serve as a daily reminder to eat less meat.
We completely ran out of falafels and we were able to get over 100 signatures on our pledge sheet. We then did a second taste test on Tuesday, April 19th. Alexa bought soy nuggets at Wegmans and we cooked them for our peers to try. They really enjoyed them and we were able to get more people to sign the pledge. Both were a great success and we got a total of 152 signatures, which is roughly around 7.5% of the Susquehanna community. Next, we'll show a quick video of Alexa shopping for our soy nuggets. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, it's me, Alexa. So I'm vlogging in my car, which is probably not the safest idea in the world, but oh well, why not? I'm currently going grocery shopping on this beautiful day in central Pennsylvania. I just felt like it because it's about 45 minutes to my nearest health food store. In case you guys didn't know, I am a vegetarian, so I try to go to the health food store as many times as possible. And I thought I would bring you guys along, show you guys what I buy at the grocery store, and let's get to this. Okay guys, I'm here, so let's get grocery shopping. I got my cart and I'm in. So I'm walking down the pasta aisle and I found this thing that looks kind of gross. It's called Miracle Noodles. I mean, they're gluten-free and they're made of vegetables, so like I guess they're good, but I feel like pasta shouldn't be doing this. And I feel like I should buy it just because I've been playing with it so much I might end up breaking it. They also have one in mushroom and one in orange. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I should just put it down. So can someone explain to me why tofurkey is in the freezer? I don't think it's supposed to be there. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you know the struggle of paying for fake meat is like super expensive, especially Gardein. Now, the reason I go to Wegmans is because they actually sell Gardein. It's actually labeled on all of their packaging, and it's like maybe $3 cheaper. And they always, a lot of Wegmans I've been to have actually put it next to Gardein so you can see the price difference. But I love Gardein's chicken nuggets, and Wegmans sells a value pack of chicken nuggets. There's about maybe 40 in a bag, and it's wonderful, and basically the sole reason I come here. Free at last! I am finally out of the grocery store and I'm gonna be heading back to my school. I'm gonna unload my groceries and then I'm probably gonna chow down for lunch.
As a follow-up to our tasting, we decided to interview Bobby Klatt on his experience while doing the pledge. So Bobby, can you tell us a little bit about what happened, what kind of changes you made, what kind of experience you had?
Yeah, with this experiment that you guys were doing, I was all for it going forward, and it was something different that I'm sure a lot of people never really think of. For me, it was tough. Being an athlete, you're always looking for lean meat and stuff for proteins after a workout, for a big meal. So it was definitely a different experience. Luckily for me, I usually like to eat one big meal in the morning and then a big meal at night. So I was able to kind of miss out on the lunch. But when I did have lunch, I would have different options, kind of like salad, throw pizza in there every once in a while. I know I'm trying to be healthy, but mozzarella sticks, someone said was a good option, so I tried those. But for the most part, it wasn't too bad. I think if I was at home where I ate 3 meals a day, it would definitely be tougher, especially when you're cooking for yourself and you're looking for something quick. You usually like to have some kind of meat in your meal. But here it was a little bit easier, but still tough as well.
Do you think if Everett Dining Hall offered a little bit more options of vegan and vegetarian options that you could get in the cafeteria, you would be open to at least trying them?
Yeah, I mean, you guys had something going for a non-meat different option, and I tried it. And it was okay. Maybe something that I won't eat as a meal in the future, but I think that would be something I'm willing to try, just because this was a very good experience of, you know, I'm so used to having chicken, steak, beef, some kind of meat, and when you throw that out of the picture, it's kind of tough, especially when you go into the caf. It depends on what you get that night, what they're serving, and sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 stations that are serving meat, no matter what. So I definitely think it would be a good option for them to try, especially as more people are going to the vegetarian and vegan lifestyle. Me personally, I do eat meat a lot. It's just part of my diet, but I know people that are trying to switch over or just do it because they want to be a vegetarian or vegan. So I think it would definitely be a good option if the CAF would add it for people coming in the next few years.
Do you think that after doing this pledge, this is something that you might be able to do, maybe not multiple meals a day, but keeping it in mind for your future dietary plans?
Yeah, I think it'd be something that I would think about, maybe not in a 2-week straight span like this experiment was, but maybe, all right, a few meals a week. Maybe sprinkle in there where I don't have meat. Maybe for breakfast, I don't have a breakfast meat, or for dinner, don't have a main meat or something like that, or maybe lunch as well. Throw something maybe little that's not a meat product. So yeah, I think it would be definitely interesting to try away from school. It's completely different when you're at home or you're at work over the summer and you're running around and you really don't know where your next meal is gonna get. So I think that would be something interesting to try over the summer and then maybe develop something into next fall.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bobby.
No problem.
Overall, we were able to successfully educate the public on the effects of eating meat. We were able to exceed our goal of 150 signatures and reach a total of 152 signatures. We believe we could have reached a larger audience by promoting our events more. Although we met our goal, our second tasting did not generate the foot traffic we expected. If we reached a larger audience, we could have convinced more people to eat less meat.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope what we have done helps shape a path for something that you can do in your community.